Captain?
Forgive me. I have to return to my duties.
He seems so eager to talk.
When you're in a group, you can't put yourself first.
There don't seem to be many fiends. I guess we can go.
Lady Yuna, there is something I would like to ask you. That is, if you don't mind speaking with someone in the youth league.
Why do you...
Of course I don't mind. What is it?
As you are probably aware, we have not heard from Maven Nuge, our leader, in some time. Lady Yuna, have you no information as to his whereabouts?
I'm sorry, but we don't know any more than you do.
I see.
If we see him, we'll tell him to return here.
Thank you.
Hey, Darth Tyron, Mr. Red, Dream Whisperer. What's up, guys?
Hey, it's Sid's little girl.
I have a name.
You seem close.
We made quite the couple.
Oh!
Choik!
Riku's always good for a laugh. If you're here about digging, this isn't the best time.
Well, there were fiends here too, right? Want us to clean up for ya?
Fiend hunting? What? You guys give up the sphere gig?
Temporarily. Right now, we're helping people out.
Anything for a paycheck.
Maybe you'd like to hire us?
Nope. You already took care of Sin. We can't go running to you every time we get into trouble. I watch my own back.
A surprisingly intelligent and adult response, by the way. It's also why Gipple's the best of the three leaders. And, of course, why the Machine faction's the best of the three factions. Good morning, Loner, Crazy Norse, Permeus Ranzada, Takoida. What's up, guys? By the way, that rifleman looks sweet, Takoida. If that's what I think it was. Which it is, I'm pretty sure, but I may be misremembering.
Show off.
Well, be careful.
You too.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, unlike the dick back in Besaid, he's just being polite about it. Like, yeah, look, we need to deal with our own problems. So, like, peace. Shinra, did you set up a thing? Shinra. That's true, he's not currently possessed. But then again, neither was the Besaid guy, at least I would hope not. Maybe he was! Good morning, Quanta. Yeah, I know the feeling, by the way, Darth Tyron. I'll admit that I have a very specific voice in mind for Sid, but one of the things I've learned with doing the theater is letting my actors come up with their own voices, because sometimes they surprise me. Like Dream Whisperer, for example. So, that's why I haven't been like, I demand that you do this with that. I trust your judgment. As long as he's not too cartoony. Sid's certainly a source of comic relief, but he's also a serious character, so he's got to hit a nice in-between point there. So just do it perfectly. Supposedly mechanical. They mention it's magnetic in the first game, Crazy Norse, but I don't know how true that is, so... Hey, Tobley.
Oh, this won't do. Won't do at all. We've finally put it on the show, of course. But there's no passion, no climax. No. Oh, shoop up.
Language? The Hypelos seem to like it. You might wonder what I'm doing here. Believe it or not, all this stuff is, of course, optional. But this is how you unlock all the stuff to do in Chapter 4. I haven't decided how much of Chapter 4 I'm going to show you yet. In fact, I was going to ask you guys, how much of Chapter 4 do you want me to show you? Because the overwhelming amount of Chapter 4 is optional. Like, we could beat Chapter 4 in like 5 minutes, if we wanted to. Like, I showed off all of it during the lore run, but I also had a guide. I'm pretty sure I have missed stuff in this time through. Yeah, all of a sudden LeBlanc's people are super polite to us. Because she's being polite. She's on our side, so we're okay now. God, shit. They are so... line mentality in Spira. It's hysterical. I mean, I know we're line mentality in real life, too, but good God. Like, they go from, hey, dull wings, to, oh, hi, friendly neighborhood gull wings. It is perfectly natural, given a millennia of build-up to this. Poor people. If only they understood that they all must serve the lids. the gull wings. Look, unit, just conquer the planet. There are people who will join you without you even needing to ask them. Come on, just go conquer. Just do it, just do it. Whoops. Hello, Dallas. Seriously, though, what do you guys think? In fact, we're getting pretty close to it. I'll set up a poll for it when we get closer. How's that sound? Did I do this one? I did not.
The agency! Fiends? Here?
Must be from Makalani Temple. The fact that it's underwater doesn't seem to matter.
We can worry about why later! Uni! We have to help them.
And our fee?
I'll pay you myself. How's that?
That kind of gets rid of the point of a fee, but okay. Oh, dude, a gun lich sounds so cool. Seriously. Has Shadowrun done anything with that? Because, I mean, that would be a perfect setting to do something like that in. So this is just an endurance fight. That's all it is. Hopefully we'll at least learn double XP here. Damn it, frickin' poison. Hey, let's get rid of him. There we go. Well, that's an interesting point, Crazy Norse. I've actually been debating that in my head. Like, Sphere Break? Yeah, that just aggravates me. And, oh wow, I'm not dead. Holy crap. See, that's a thing you could do with stacking in this game. I can't believe that actually worked. Which is funny, because I actually did intend that. Come on. So he's going to hit me. Oh, okay, no, we're okay, we got it off. I do not, so we're just dead. So hopefully the autosave is on point, because I haven't saved in, like, since I got on today. Actually a little surprised he managed that. But I know why he managed that. So, autosave. Hey, look, I can skip cutscenes. Come on. There we go. See, the problem is, I actually remember enjoying quite a few of the side quests in this game. And I am still enjoying them. It's just there's a few that I don't. And I only speak up for the ones I don't, and I probably shouldn't do that, because that gets across an impression of pure negativity. What I should probably do is give a negative for side quests and a positive for side quests. I'll have to think about that. Okay, first and foremost, get rid of that. Riku, I need you to be a white mage. Ah, crap. I have animations on, don't I? Sorry. Sorry. Start doing damage here. Oh yeah, you can learn Aqua Breath here, by the way. It's a pretty good one. I was basically thinking a lich who specializes in firearms. Oh, come on! Ugh! I'm gonna lose again. Fine. See, that wouldn't make any sense, though, Mr. Ed, because then they'd just be shooting their own weak point at the enemy constantly. It's actually irritating, because I don't want to bring anything other than 3 Lady Lux. But fine, I'll bring something other than 3 Lady Lux. Bleh. Having to actually try. This is actually something that irritates me in basically every game that has leveling ever. No joke. It's actually one of my bigger complaints about Final Fantasy Tactics, to use a specific example. I'm more inclined to spend more of my time leveling than I am actually making a good team, because if I'm trying to make a good team, then I'm not actually leveling. Not every game has that problem, though. It's just every now and again it's like, come on, I just want to level. So I'm going to do this. Take this seriously. Oh, bull crap! Yeah, Tactics also punishes you for leveling, which is an unrelated thing. Would you please get this fricking poison off of me? It's fine, Dakota. We were just discussing gun mages and Final Fantasy Tactics leveling. It's not actually bad in this game. It's just I don't want to try on this fight. And it looks like I may actually have to. No, we're on Chapter 3 right now. Of the lore. We're actually on the verge of Chapter 4. I'm literally setting up for Chapter 4. Low an MP on this. Really? Well, this game has a lot less grinding, by which I mean it has basically no grinding, unless you want to do the 100% stuff. And when I say 100%, by the way, I mean my definition, not the game's definition. The game's definition of 100% doesn't require all that much grinding. Mine certainly does, though. Come on. Why would the gun be the phylactery? So that was fight 1 of, like, 6. The good news is, that's one of only 3 actual hard ones. Bad news is, I now need to recover from the back foot. So we're gonna pause a moment, let that cure go off. There we go. Looks like Pain's the only one who's gonna be leveling today. Let's start praying. I think I have ethers. Check. I have ethers, we're fine. Yeah, Dark Knight's overpowered, by the way. You'll notice as soon as I brought the Dark Knight, it's like, okay, winning, winning, winning. Yeah, that's Dark Knight in a nutshell. Status immunity, AoE attacks that do lots of damage and bypass defenses. Yeah, Dark Knights are overpowered. I try other lore. I'm probably not giving you good advice, and I do apologize for that, but I am trying, I swear. I also know you don't want to pay actual web consultant prices, because I know what those are. $400 an hour, and you don't want to be paying those. Would you kill him already? Stop being poisoned. Yeah, if you just want to win, you're going to be leveling Dark Knights. Come on. Get off the cast. Get off the cat. Thank you. Odd. Don't one-shot anybody, or do. I mean, that's cool, too. Thankfully, like in the first game, Phoenix Downs heal you with a percentage of your health rather than for like 10 or whatever, which is good. Please don't hit Yuna. Please don't hit Yuna. Please don't hit Yuna. Please don't hit Yuna. You suck. Also, they don't punish you for certain things. How many times have you played an RPG where it's like, okay, healer, heal the entire party, then one of your party members dies, and then you res him, and then the heal goes off, and the party member who died doesn't get healed because they weren't part of the targeting when the heal went off or whatever. This game doesn't do that. If you do a target all, whoever's up when the target all hits gets hit with it, and that is actually really, really nice when it comes to stuff like this. Like that, for example, because Yuna was now healed, even though she was actually down when I was, doing the AoE heal. There's a lot of really little things they do to polish out the gameplay engine, which is why I say this is my favorite ATB system in the game, in the franchise. Lots of little stuff. We got 2 more, so let's get this done. I don't know if I'd say this is my favorite job system. As I talked about yesterday, this system and FF5s are kind of tied for me. Mostly because this one system and freaking really, this system and FF5s are very different from each other. So it's kind of hard to properly gauge the two alongside each other. It's an interesting question, Permius. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Okay, he's down. He's down. I have no idea, Baron. Wow. Or that, sure. Okay, that's actually really bad, because the person I just had heal just died. Good news is, she'll get experience from this, because I rezzed her after combat was over. Do I want to die to prove it? No. What is this? I've lost track. We need to do 6 of these in a row. And I've completely lost track. Come on. Get the stack to go off. There you go. Okay. Yeah, you can really, as I mentioned yesterday, Velvetrix, you can really play with the stack in this game, which is awesome. Well, at least it's an option, Dream Whisperer. Imagine if it wasn't. That would actually suck. Okay, that should be the... That was either 5 or 6. Okay, that was the 6th one. We're done.
How are the people inside?
Let's go look.
Zygmus complete. Yeah, no, like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff in this game that helps polish it. I do plan to, Crazy Norse, but it's going to be a stream, so...
Frid Fiked. Tredreka Kriba. Tab Vedred.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Fiend.
Don't talk. Save your strength.
De Gadrek.
Bloodborne isn't technically forbidden. What's Bloodborne on? PS4, right? Okay, well, PS4 is good to do, so... I'm gonna go ahead and get Charon on her, no. And on her, so... No, it's not about it being too hard, it's... I don't like Soulsborne games, and so I'm super hesitant to commit to going ahead and doing a review on a game I actively don't like. Difficulty has nothing to do with it. Like, it's one of the reasons I hope nobody ever donates for me to review Dark Souls, because I will be flayed alive for that. Because I will be honest, in my opinion. But if you want to put it towards Bloodborne, that is... It's totally allowed. Anything that is vetted, that is not on the forbidden list, is an allowable thing. So by my own rules, it is okay for you to put that towards Bloodborne. Is there a bad job in this game? Not really. There are some jobs that lose usefulness later on. So, for example, there's Low Reloaded, which that job is terrible. It's one of the worst jobs in the game. It's only surpassed in terribleness by the Lore Runner job, which is just awful. Yeah, that's exactly my worry, Crazy Norse. I'm worried about the fan base, not really the game itself. Although, I will be free to cheat as much as I want. Once I get to the point where I can't progress, because I will get to that point. Although I can't cheat in Bloodborne. It's a PS4 game. Whatever. It's allowed. So, first, thank you very much, Sigmas. I do appreciate the sub as always. Second of all, thank you, Other Lore. Even though you put one of those towards Bloodborne, I am still appreciative. Thank you. What am I doing? Right. Lady Luck. Lady Luck. Where she is. Oh, God, we're not even halfway there. I would probably have to sit and stop and level for a while to really get there. Why don't we switch to that? Cheat engine can't cheat. It doesn't work that way, Dream Whisperer. The best I could do, maybe, is edit my save in Bloodborne, and that's a big maybe. I haven't looked into it, so I don't actually know how much availability I have to do that. So she's on Curse Proof. Yeah, the bars go to 255, sorry. I can actually tell you that from experience. Oh, thank you, Permeus. I was curious. Like, I'm not set up to do that, but it is good to know. Why do I don't like Bloodborne? Bloodborne's depressing to me. Not sad. Not sorrowful, not tragic. Depressing, as in actually triggers depression. I was watching a speedrun of it one year. I had to stop. No, it's okay. It's already on the list. People will put it to Bloodborne. We might as well just commit to it and get it over with. Right, that's what I was doing. So, hang on. I'm sitting here like, I'm doing something. Can't remember what. I gotta show off Berserker, which is interesting. So, Berserker, right? Yeah, whatever I'm gonna have after that game is something to help me recover, I'll tell you what. So, Berserker obviously has Berserk. They have weird attacks. So, they are basically the debuff class who can also counterattack and self-berserk. It's actually probably one of the better takes on Berserker, in my opinion, across the franchise. In fact, I'm going to try and show this off briefly. If you just give me a moment here. Make sure this is on. There we go. Talk to Shin really quick. Actually, I should probably stay in the area. There we go.
Let's do it!
So, let's go and show off the Berserker jobs. You've gotten the impression. Let me make it clear. I despise From Software games. Although Sekiro was just a game I didn't like.
Oh, better yet, let me fight you!
But again, a game that I despise, good fortune, Baron, is not something that I can't review. After all, people donated yesterday for me to play Quest 64.
No holding back now. It's all or nothing.
So you'll notice the Berserker job is not innately berserked, by the way, which is the first and best change they made to the job. You can berserk, and in fact, it's a huge damage buff if you do.
Sometimes you just have to hack your way through.
But for the most part, Berserker is all about being a decent physical class that can debuff and break the enemy. So yeah, kind of like FFT's Knight. You get them set up with a good agility boosting accessory though, Berserker is nuts. But then again, just about every job in this game is useful to some extent or another, which I've said before. Yeah, their fighting style is basically very acrobatic. which I do like the animations of. As I've said before, they have good animations in this game in general. Come on. Let's switch back to Lady Luck, because I really do want to finish leveling that. Although we're probably officially behind the curve on Lady Luck, because without proper stat-ups, Lady Luck falls behind. Let's... Is he there right now? He might not be. Hang on, let's go check something. Well, the Guado haven't been genocided yet, so that's nice. Yeah, other lore. Valvedrix, why would you even ask that question? Can I get some stabs for Valvedrix, please? For daring to ask that question. No. It does have lore. Barely. I should probably grab the chest while I'm here. Hello, Preachings. I mean, this is going to sound like a strange statement, but I'm mentally healthy and I'm doing just fine. Let's actually put that on Riku. I mean, you could say the same about any stressful job, really. If you mean unhealthy, that is substantially different. There we go. Come on. Sorry, I was waiting for Shinra to set this up here. Which he now has. I once saw a comment that said I was severely autistic, not because of anything I say or do, but because of the fact that I'm on YouTube, and 100% of the people who record videos for YouTube are severely autistic. This was, ironically enough, a YouTube comment.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I need your help with something.
Fiends?
Not fiends. Cacti. Marnala of the Cactuar Nation has asked to see us. We've been too busy here to spare anybody. If it's not a problem, I'd like you to represent us.
What's the Cactuar Nation?
It's about 13 Cactuars. That's why they call it a nation. I mean, I guess given the world, right? Hi, Platty.
Don't worry if you haven't heard of it before. We've only recently established diplomatic ties. Benzo!
To 13 Cactuars.
This is our interpreter, Benzo.
I should mention we are not doing this side quest. This one isn't actually all that bad. It's just, it's a little time consuming and I don't feel like it. I need to start adding that into my statement. We're not doing this side quest. It's not because it's bad. A lot of these just take a lot of time, and really they're just there for, you know, filling out the game and doing other fun stuff, which we're not doing on camera.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi.
All right, you can take it from here.
When will you ever learn to say no?
I will show off the Cactuar, though. I've always sort of mentally, well, I shouldn't say I've always. For the last several years, I've mentally thought of my job as a television show, Which helps because that determines how I schedule things and how I allocate things and how I do things in the future, etc., etc.
Act is central out here. So where's this Marnella anyway?
Right here.
Here where?
Sure this is the place?
Oh, yeah.
It talked? What's going on?
So that's how cactuars talk. I don't know about you guys, this is how I discuss things with people, too. Today we'll be talking about the nature of how the Dominion was actually in the right when they went to war with Star Trek. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Shadow Machine. Thank you very, 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 very much, sir. As ever, appreciate the bits. And I will put those towards the LEGO ISD. Which is slowly gaining a weird amount of traction.
Hello, Renzo. Hello to your tears, sphere hunters. I am Manella of the Cactuar Nation. It does not surprise me or startled.
By the way, she's smiling. We, the cacti of this nation, were once cactuars. God, look at how much it's moving! I'm surprised it's not breaking itself. As the cacti sprout in the desert grow, they become cactuars. 2 people so far, Shadow Machine. When the cactuars mature, they once again become cacti. The roots digging deep into the earth. Thus have we watched over the sands of the Bikanel Desert since the dawn of time. I actually forget how much the Lego is. 700. Yeah, it's not cheap, which is why I haven't bought it yet. Because if it was cheaper, I probably would have already sunk the money into it. But 700 bucks is a lot of cash. So the way this minigame works is you run around and you're like... Actually, I guess I could show you a little bit, can't I? Hang on. I could try, like, the first one and show you what it has to do. So these guys, this is how we get access to the Genova side quest. Now I know what you're thinking. Genova? That's kind of a joke. See, there's this ancient fiend that is extremely old. It's like it's a fiend from before the war, 1,000 years ago. And the cactuars actually, she's talking about this right now, the cactuars' ancestors locked this fiend down into the earth forever ago. And now it's going to come out and, you know, have vengeance and blah, 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 blah. So we need the 10 gatekeepers back. So we need to go and recruit the 10 gatekeepers from across the universe. It also... So yeah, this thing could probably have crushed Sin. It's a very mean fiend. And it kind of looks like Genova, and kind of its backstory looks like Genova, so it's kind of been a running gag to call it Genova. Well, that's where it comes from. Okay, so what happens is you talk to a cactuar mother, and so they give you directions. These directions sometimes are very specific, and sometimes they're pretty vague. It becomes then a scavenger hunt. You have to go and find where the cactuar is. That's probably one of the funner parts about this. The part that gets a little bit RNG-y.
That's the...
Well, I'll show it off, because I'll go after the first one. Oh yeah, the Genova Fiend is rough. It's one of the harder super... So there's actually multiple super optionals in 10-2. And most of them are, in my opinion, more difficult than the FF10 ones, because they are more properly difficult than the FF10 ones. Like, there's some actual difficulty involved. The only exception to that is the Via Infinito, which is cheating. Yeah, the SSD isn't in production anymore. That's why it's so expensive, Dream Whisperer, because you're buying a used copy. So this is what happens when you catch a cactuar. I happen to know where this one was.
Shoe puff? What's a shoe puff doing in the middle of the desert?
Sweltering, yes. Thank you. So he actually sells some decent stuff by memory, and I am remembering correctly. So you could add stop to all your... So basically give yourself a stop proc, a slow proc, a berserk proc, or a confusion proc. All of those are actually pretty damn useful, especially for, like, say, the entire first half of the game. We also have the ability to simply be immune to all of those status effects. Good stuff. But we're here for a cactuar. So this is how this works. So what you have to do is you have to hit R to dodge, A to shoot, and you have to avoid counterattacks, and you have to... Well, you'll see. So there's our 3 targets. So I don't actually want to shoot people who aren't the cactuar. Now this is actually a pretty simple one. Later on, these get pretty rough, but they're fun. I like them. And that's how you convince the cactuars to come with you, by shooting them. So that's the cactuar minigame in a nutshell. How did you get here? Whatever. So we're not going to do the whole cactuar thing, like I said, a little time consuming. How did fiends get in the temples? Oh. That is correct, Dakota. So now there's a hotspot there for the cactuar thing, which we are not doing, as I already established. I think we've already done this. Yep, we have. We're good. We're good. By the way, that right there is why I don't think the panning shots of the Celsius are a loading screen. Because the loading for actually reloading the airship is pretty short. Ah. Now we do this little minigame. This is either the best or worst minigame in the game, depending on your opinion. I'm actually getting a hard save in here for this one. I will admit I haven't done this without a walkthrough in a while. So how many of you guys like logic puzzles?
From deep in the cave! There are still some people trapped inside. There's nothing we can do to help them.
To be honest, I'd had enough. I wanted to blame them for turning a place like this into a tourist attraction.
Please, won't you help us rescue the people left behind? You are most kind.
Your friendly neighborhood Galway's open for business.
Yeah, that'll be 15,000 gil. Or whatever the hell we're charging. We never get the money. The money goes to the group. I guess technically we do get money for finishing missions, so whatever. So, this is a logic puzzle. The way this works out is... Where's the first guy? Where's the first guy? Hey, Warhack. First of all, shoutouts to Finland. Totally want to move there someday. Probably never going to happen. Second of all, welcome to my stream. You're more than welcome to talk, or chat, or interact, or hate me, or spit venom at me, or spew toxicity at me. I'd rather you not, but, you know, I do like interacting with viewers, so if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, feel free to share. So, every single person in here has an eccentricity. This is why this is a logic puzzle. He prefers parties of 8 or less, and if he's one of the first 5 in line, he can handle bigger crowds. So, if you recruit him as one of your first 5 people, he'll be in the party no matter how large the party is. However, if he is you know, if you already have 7 or 8 people, he will leave the party. In other words, if you recruit him 6th, 7th, or 8th, he will then leave the party. Make sense? He's one of the easier ones. You also get a chance to see their eccentricities before you tell them to follow you. It's silly from an in-lore perspective, but it's awesome from a gameplay perspective. I do like logic puzzles like this. There is a way to do all this in one round, just to gather everyone.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it's basically the same concept, Dakota. So this one is... hates being with more than 3 people, however, if he is 1st or 2nd, he'll stay. So we'll go ahead and grab him. No, sadly I haven't been outside the States all that often, Warhack. I do want to travel someday, but I mean, that requires money and time, neither of which I have right now. I can't even go to a Star Trek convention in my own country, you know? So this one is, gets edgy with more than 5 people. If 1st or 2nd, she doesn't care how many people with. So we've already screwed that up. We could, however, recruit her. But that means we are now capped at 2 more people for this round. Oh yeah, you can also just turn off encounters. And by this point in the game, you are literally going to have no encounters because it's impossible to avoid getting the charm bangle by this point in the game. So we're just going to turn off encounters here. Make this a little easier. A little smoother, at least. So this is... we'll only go with all 3 of them, but that's the only thing that matters. Now, we actually can't do that, because that'll put us to 6, I think? Yep, which means we'll lose her. So we can't get them this round. So already we're screwing up. But that's because I'm just kind of figuring out as I go, ah, come back, come back, come back. Damn it, that's freaking guy. Prefers group of 7 or length. However, if he's no more than 6th in line, he'll stick with any group. You can kind of see the nature of the logic here at this point. So we can recruit 1 more person with this particular round, and then we'll have to let them go. If I'm not mistaken, the less trips it takes you to save everyone, the better reward you get. So we've already locked ourselves out of the best reward. So... she has to be the 4th person we recruit. I remember that one. So we actually can't recruit her at the moment. Of course you may, Jaded Hellfire. So, if there are more than 8 people, he'll split unless he's 7th. She'll put up with anything, however, she will leave with him if he leaves. I haven't even been looking at him, other lore. I'm seeing it Saturday, and I'll make up my own opinion then. So we have to actually recruit him. Now, I think? Yep, okay. Now, I think we lost her. Yeah, we did, we did. But this also means we can recruit the kids this time around, which we're actually going to go ahead and do. Have I played Hollow Knight? No, I have not. Hollow Knight combines 2 things I don't care for. Gross and bugs. So I've never actually played it. I have watched it several times. Speedruns thereof. So we should be good to grab them. And I am correct. Now, I'm pretty sure we're locked out for the rest of them at the moment. I should probably turn encounters back on. It just occurred to me. I do need some levels on the Lady Lux. Let's go with... No, the game's kind of gross in general, though. At least if you pay attention to the background lore. The Amber Curse, if you will. But it does seem to be a pretty good game, by all accounts. Except for the spider section. It's like Kira White Noise. Kira White Noise is pretty awesome. Wait. That's not what I just said. Thank you very much, Kira White Noise. Very much appreciate the sub. Thank you. Now, is that the one that's already on the site? Pure white noise. Just to verify before I jot that down. Alright, so let's go get round 2. I should have probably just used a walkthrough just to speed this up. Okay, just making sure. I wanted if there's didn't know if there's some other Battlestar Galactica game I need to know about. So noted. Thank you again. By the way, notice the encounter rate in here is extremely low. Which is another thing FF10 does just generally better than 10. Whoops. They're already there. Already got them. I hope you, or whoever is getting them, likes them, Mr. Red. So let's see. She's... Yep, early, so she has to be one of the first 4. She has to be first or second, which she is. There we go. So we have our second and our first 4 slots. So those 2 are locked in, no matter what we do. God, I hate that outfit so much. Wait, come back! God dang it. This gets funny when you get a huge group following you. Yeah, low encounter rate, as I mentioned. It makes sense that the people would be scared, because after all, these are fiends, and they're not exactly equipped for combat. I love the card thing that Pain does as her victory animation. Kids! Kids! I'm trying to help you here. Okay, so these 2... Usually we recruit them a lot later, but we're cool with them right now. Let's go ahead and do this. Or we can't yet, can we? Nope, we can't. Okay. So this is round 2. We're going to unlock the teleporter with this bundle. Then we'll have to go save the other peoples. Pretty sure. Kind of going off of memory here. Damn it. He's group... I had to get him in the first 3. So I should have recruited him instead of the kids, and then I could have recruited the kids, and that would have been fine, but whatever. Based on my own knowledge of the world, the fiend problem should substantially go down at some point in time. Either that, or it will get worse and worse, depending on how the history of the people go, really. Like, for example, if they had a World War I in-universe, or a World War II, then, yeah, the fiend problem would come back with a vengeance. But I do think it should be less of a problem than it was under Sin's reign. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run. I am capable of doing that, but I don't want to bother right now. Indeed, a Kai Vurl Vailem, I agree. Well, thank you, Warhack, very, very much. Appreciate the sub, sir, and or madam. Now, if you happen to know where you'd like to put that sub as far as increasing interest or priority in a future stream, let me know. Yeah, the general thinking... the reason I'm willing to excuse FF10-2's commonality of fiends is A, there's less fiends in 10-2 than there were in 10, and B, it makes sense that there's lots and lots of fiends that have to slowly be hunted down. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be... They don't really mention this, but like if there was a burgeoning... let's call it an industry or a profession or whatever, of fiend hunters who would just run around killing fiends and then sending them so that, you know, they stop being a problem. Obviously, that would be kind of a diminishing returns industry, because over time there would be less and less fiends, but you get the idea. Alright, well, if you want, I'll put it in a dealer's choice, if that's okay with you, Warhawk. If it's not okay, I understand. No, I want to go... Okay, I guess we'll go that way. I hope I'm pronouncing your name at least partially correctly. Lord knows I am terrible about pronunciations. Unsure, Jaded Hellfire. There's not a lot that really discusses the nature of sending, unfortunately. Hey, Yojimbo. That is to say, Mead Fist. I got some money for you. Jackass.
Please tell me, why is this happening?
Yeah, why'd you take my billion gil and then give me nothing for it? Billion! With a B! I should switch jobs here. Well, I hope your death is going to be enough, because screw you. I am using an 8-bit DOS SN30 Pro controller. And that's as good as I've found, because honestly, most controllers kind of suck. Including this one. I should probably switch. Do you mind? But yeah, this is basically as good as I've found, other than the PS3 controller, which was actually the best USB controller I've ever had, until it finally broke down because it was wireless. Which just is aggravating as hell, that they didn't make a wireless PS3 controller, at least not a good one. Oh god, he's gonna use Zenmoto on me! No! Mead Fist, why? Why? Nobody paid me for this. I'm just incredibly evil. I can just hear that in the voice, too. Should have paid the fine. That's dead. Maybe? Hello? Nope, that's death. See, what happened there was the person who was about to heal me was poisoned when they got reduced to 1 health. And that was pretty much the end of that. Hey look, I can just skip cutscenes. God, this game is so much better than 10 in so many ways. It's weird.
It's been a while.
It's also so much worse than 10 in so many ways. It is pretty weird. So let's go ahead and do this now. Just kind of get ahead of that. Stop poisoning me, Mead Fist! What is wrong with you? Why are you evil? Seriously! Stop poisoning me! Yeah, apparently he was just waiting for the opportunity. Fortunately, I already... fortunately, I can't skip these, so... Just file my fingernails here. Yeah, apparently not Mead Fist, since he never did it for me. Cast... Oh, no. Come on. Come on. Or... Wow! Okay. This... What's hysterical is he's literally poisoning me to death. I have plenty of anti-poison items. I can't access my inventory from a autosave. So we're gonna go and go over here. Let's see, how many anti-poison items do I have? I think I actually only have the one right now. I am correct. Yeah, apparently Meadfist just really enjoys killing me. Go figure. Actually, I'll go ahead and... Yeah, let's do that. Just switch her to White Mage to start. Oh, and actually, while we're here... Let's just make sure encounters go away, shall we? One moment. Need to look something up. Just to speed this up a bit. Food is good.
Fiends from deep in the cave!
Yeah, whatever.
There are still some...
There's not...
To be honest, I'd had enough. I wanted to...
Please. You...
Your friendly neighborhood goal.
Ah, thank you very, very much, good senator. Very much appreciate this up, sir. Thank you. If you give me a moment, I will jot that down. For Banjo-Kazooie. Okay. So, I'm just going to follow the walkthrough this time to get all 15 in one bundle. Just speed it up, basically. I stream from 10 a.m. EST to 7 p.m. EST, Warhack. And you'll have to give me a moment to look up what that is GMT-wise right now. Because what GMT is relative to me changes twice a year. So, let's see. Looks like right now... So it looks like I start streaming at 3 p.m. GMT, which means I stop streaming at midnight GMT. If my math is even close to correct there. No. Wrong guy, wrong guy. I need this guy first. Yes. North Blue Woman alcove. Take a left. Another left. By the way, most of this is also optional, funnily enough. Wait, what? Wait. Where's the woman that I just recruited? Okay, that's a weird bug. I don't think I've ever seen that bug before. Anyways. Second left. It is Mr. Red. That's not a joke. Most of this game is optional. Hello, Cumanization. I would... She was following me, but the wall was in the way. Okay. So now we go back to the first intersection. I suppose I could speed this up a little bit. Here, let's do that. Saving... That's true. Preventing genocide is a side quest in this game. So, first intersection. East path, small alcove. You. Hey, talk to me, talk to me! Hey! Hey! Dude! Jackass. Oh, crap, I just screwed up. That was actually not the guy I should have recruited. It was this guy. Maybe? No, that's the group of people. As usual, I seem to just have wonderful luck with finding really terrible walkthroughs. So what's the first intersection? Is this the first intersection? Yep. This is the first intersection, according to this walkthrough. Right here. If you're paying attention, it's actually the third. Or at the very least, the second. Tempted to just start over. This isn't even a game facts, this is strategy wiki. Take two. I may have just screwed myself over, though. Nope, no. That's not the first intersection. This is the first intersection. That's so stupid. So, you. Go. So then I recruit the person that I already got. Yeah, we gotta get to the zero. That's true. I should have thought of it as the 0th intersection. That's my bad. So now I need a guy in a white. Which is at the large room. Right, so obviously it's not this one. I mean, I prefer not to go to YouTube for walkthroughs myself. I prefer written. But make of that what you will. I'm probably going to get... I've been debating this, Jason Bauer. I'm probably going to give a plus and a minus to the minigames for this game. Because some of them are good and some of them are bad. And that's just all there is to that. There we go. Guy in white. At the first intersection, which as we know is not this one. It's Zalok. Zalok, why are you the first intersection? So this is the first intersection. It's right, too. This is the two people, right? Yeah, it really is referring to this as the first intersection. What the hell is with this game? Hi, Zalok. And by this game, I mean this walkthrough. This terrible, terrible walkthrough. Alright, whatever. Two people. Yep, okay. So now we go get the two kids. I'd say thank you, Zalok, but I already said thank you. But I'm still going to say thank you. Wait, that says 25. Now I'm confused. Zalok, you trying to trick me? I knew it. Well, I'm still going to say thank you. Thank you, Zalok. No matter how that ends up lying out. Alright, everyone go stab Zalok. Okay, so continue the two children. In a small cave to the east of the first intersection, which we all know is actually the third intersection. At least we got our terminology. At least they're consistently using their terminology. Well, the ones that really piss me off are the walkthroughs that use inconsistent terminology. You know? Hi, Paranoid Android. So we want the trio, right? Yep. I knew it, Crazy Norse. Using channel points for your own selfish, evil deeds! Okay. Now, this is probably the one part of this logic puzzle that irritates me a little bit, and I actually forgot about this. You then have to leave the cave. This is why I screwed up last time. This is pretty much the reason I screwed up last time. Because the final energy core is from that guy outside. It was high bell core, and I can turn off super speed this time. Or now. Okay, so I want to go to the hidden chamber. This guy's a prick. He literally will not go with you unless he's completely alone. Which by definition means the last guy you basically have to get alone too. Which is this guy. Hey dude. He actually also has to be alone, but that's funny because of course he does. I actually need to go back that way. Or whatever. Like, it's impossible to get to this guy without him being the last one anyways, so... And he gives you nothing. But we saved everyone. Alright. So I'm going to save... Or I'm just going to... No, we're good, we're good. I'm going to save before I go kill Meadfist this time. Or die to Meadfist. One of the two's happening. Much as I hate to waste a boss fight not leveling Lady Luck, I suppose I will bring Dark Knights this time. Oh, I can't go save. Well, that sucks. Alright, whatever. Let's go ahead and become Death. Check something real quick here. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's also what I thought. Whatever. I mean, I'd rather level than kill you, but whatever, Meadfist. Yeah, the problem is he has an ability that reduces your HP and MP to 1. And his regular attack poisons you, and that's pretty much the difficulty of the fight in a nutshell. already... Yes, I did. I gave her that. I'm gonna use a slightly different strat here. Actually, that's a good point, Myron. I might at this point. Then again, I might not. I haven't been doing everything. Oh yeah, by the way, some of the garment grids allow you to use class abilities out of class. So, for example, simply by having this equipped, everyone can use the warrior abilities they've equipped. So that's as close as they get to multi-classing in this game. But no, I do not actually have the other thing. Ironically, Dark Knights can become immune to poison, but I haven't been leveling that, so... let's see. There is something else I wanted though. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know I have one more. There it is. Yeah, this version... I forget what they did, but they did something to nerf catnip. Thank you, Mr. Red, ever and always. Appreciate, sir. Thank you. Even though I am suffering. For, everything. If you give me a moment, I will pause, there we go, and put that towards head on. Which has been officially moved out of the vault. I don't know if you noticed that. At least it better be. Could you verify for that? Because it really should be out of the vault right now. I did that last night. Come on, there we go. Actually, let's just be simple about it. Okay. Just making sure. I'm never gonna answer you, Valkorian. Never. Okay, he's charging up, so it's time to stop doing that. Can someone look up how much Dark Yojimbo's health is, by the way, please? Or I guess I should just say Yojimbo's health. His next attack will be Wasikilekaflataflu. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. This. That's gonna go off. There we go. Or he could do another one, because he's a dick. It's okay. He attacked the one person immune to poison right now. Alright, 22,000. This might take a couple minutes. Because I'm playing it a little defensively here. There we go. Okay. So, while we're here, negative to gameplay. And while we're here, positive to gameplay. Oh, and we're done. Quickly, quickly, quickly.
Of course.
Oh my god, who is donating now? Why would you do this? Why? Okay, we're back ahead of things. Yeah, I'm aware that that's happening today, Bragwin, but I will freely admit that I just haven't been paying attention. Which probably doesn't surprise you if you know anything about me. Alright, who donated? Who was that? I'm going to be totally arrogant and check it right now. It's from Walker! Thank you very, very much, Walker, for the donation. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Now, you didn't put in your comment where you'd like to put that. So, if you'd like to know where to put that, let me know. Or you can put it towards dealer's choice if you don't feel like choosing. I usually put it towards either things I'm interested in or things that are lower priority. To kind of boost them up a little bit. Elden Ring. Another Dark Souls or Souls-like game. You got it. Actually, can you put that towards Elden Ring? Hang on, let me check something really quick here. Oh, you can. Okay. Elden Ring it is. So noted. And thank you again. So that was awful timing. That won't do anything. But... and we're dead. Damn! We were actually managing that, too. Could someone tell Valkorian what the thing is with the new thing? I can't even think of the name of it right now. He said it in chat in a second there. I can't think of what to call it. Alright, let me think about how I want to deal with this. Once again, it is poison that is killing me. Channel points, that's it. Can someone help Valkorian with the channel points thing? Because I need to concentrate right now. It is very pretty highlighting, I agree, but it's not that distracting. Notice I'm doing almost double the damage I was, by the way. That's because I decided to pass through the grid. Which has its own benefits. Obviously. Let's just hurry up. Can I hurry this up? I can not. Nope, it's not going any faster. Damn it. Whatever. Why am I suddenly an orc, Cobra? I mean, I can always cheat Meat Fist. One way or another, you're dying. I'd just rather not cheat. Fate, fortunately, we're not actually poisoned right now, so we're good to go. Immediately poisons me. First thing he does. I could fix this, but in the interests of speeding the stream along, because I've already wasted about half an hour on this fight, I'm just gonna kill Meat Fist. I mean, this is already gonna take friggin' forever. Because animations are slow! See, Meat Fist, even though he is now lost this fight, is still wasting my time. Although I am going to go ahead and do this. See? Just wasting my time again. This isn't a grind point, by the way. The game doesn't get any negatives for this. What I would normally do is I would accept the death, go off, buy 2 more poison immune rings. Then I would come back and then I would kill him. Because poison is the only thing that's killing me. The problem is that would mean I would have to do the entire puzzle all over again. And like I said, in the interest of proper streaming, I'm not going to waste your guys' time with doing the puzzle a 3rd time on camera. 22,000 Valkyrian, which is a lot for this game. He is effectively an optional boss. I wish it was legal to, like, reach through the phone and punch everyone who sends a spam call to me. You know? Yeah, just... Yeah, don't want to kill him. Just, you know, hurt them. I told you it's gonna be a minute. Apparently Gary Larson's doing something? I'll have to look into that later. So, hang on. Funnily enough, I am on the no-call list for that, Crazy Horse. That prevents it from being as bad as it otherwise could be, but it doesn't prevent it from being bad, if you follow me. Oh hey, he's dead. I should have just done that earlier.
Careful. Someone might answer.
I gave you 900 million gil, Meat Fist. Screw you. Twice.
We can't thank you enough for your help. I promise we won't be doing business here anymore.
I mean, you can. Well, now you're dead, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, Meat Fist. See you around, Warhack. Happy holidays, or Merry Christmas, or whichever you prefer. I do hope to see you in the future, but I understand if I don't. I get the time zone problem. Trust me. Okay, so, first of all... So, ironically, the item we just got from that would also have helped me with that fight. Whatever. Yeah, sure. We'll put that on you. Why not? And for her, we'll go with that one. And for her, we'll go with that. Now, we did get a new grid. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, this is a decent grid. Yep. So, I don't remember what Tetra Strike does. But if you do the full path, you become, not only become immune, you absorb fire, ice, lightning, and water damage. That's a pretty good grid. Yeah, exactly, Pitkiss. That is kind of how this game works. So anyways, now that I've updated the list, let's go ahead and update this. Gameplay positive, you know, for minigames. Gameplay negative. Minigames. just get that out there. Alright, now that Meadfist is super dead.
Yuna must leave. Ronso youth use force, seek vengeance for fallen Ronso. Garrick lead angry Ronso youth, decide to take revenge on Guado. Garrick go to battle. Now Garrick climb peak Tell Mountain battle plan.
Well, we don't want the Guado to be genocided, so we're going to try and stop that without a guide and hope we actually succeed at it.
And you're just gonna wait here?
Garrick hear voice of mountain. Garrick change mind. Kimari hope so.
Kimari, dude.
And if he doesn't?
Kimari stop Ronso youth.
That's crazy.
Elder Kimari have no choice.
Uni, this isn't good.
There's still time. Should we follow them?
We're going up. Maybe we can reason with him.
If Yuna go, Kimari think Garrick listen. Maybe. If not, Kimari deal with Garrick.
I mean... we'll get a reward from it, Takota. I think. I forget what we get from this one. Notice that once again, this is optional. Hey, look! We can't teleport up. So we actually have to walk up. This is the worst part about this quest right here. Not the fact that you can screw it up and get the Guado genocided. No, it's the fact that you have to walk up this stupid mountain again. I'm very tempted to turn on Enknun for this, but we do kind of need the experience. See you around, Valkorian. Hopefully. Actually, that's not really a lie, Humanization. Kimari does have more dialogue in FF10 too than he does in FF10. Now, all of it's optional, because Kimari is not part of any of the main quest stuff, but it's still there. Fortunately, the encounter rate is much lower than it was in FF10, because this is a better game. What? I'm sorry, when I say game, I should clarify. This is better gameplay. You mind? Apparently you don't mind. Come on, just die. There we go. Yeah, this is why I'm leveling, because I need it. How are we at on those frickin' things? Halfway there. It's less than halfway there. A little over halfway there. Sincerely tempted to just pause for a bit and level. Just gonna get that out of the way. I suppose I should mention something that FF10-2 does that I don't think many of the other Final Fantasies do in general. Basically, they use what is effectively the MMO concept, where most zones have trash, and then like one enemy per zone, which is substantially stronger than all the other enemies. Basically an elite. In the Macalania Woods, it's that giant globular thing. Here, it's the Iron Giant. In the Frozen area, it's the two-headed Cerberus thing I was having trouble with, etc., etc. So here, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. The percentage helps, but what I'm actually specifically looking at is 42 of 80, which is what I need in order to finish double experience. Every time, so this is kind of Final Fantasy Tactics-y. Every action you take is 1 AP. There are things that enable you to gain more AP from an action, but I don't have any of those yet. Oh, I thought there was a... oh, whatever. Now, I think there's actually an additional rule. Oh yeah, you see these Watcher enemies? Those are actually part of a side quest, where whatever actions you take while the Watcher is watching, the boss will become immune to. Which can make things very interesting. But yeah, I feel like there's another niggle to that, like maybe auto attack only gets you half an AP or something like that. I forget. Does it work on attack? Yes. They can nullify your ability to do white damage on that boss. It sucks exactly as much as it sounds. Although you can bypass that with Berserk, which I have done. Oop, wrong way. I love that animation.
Nice knowing you.
With the card thing, you know. I'm telling you, cards are just kind of cool. Although, as I've said before, I actually like impossible weapons, so I'm a weirdo. The Joker used cards as a weapon in the DCAU for a while, too.
Right behind you.
Agreed, Dakota. God damn it, that startled the hell out of me. Freaking stupid phone. Also, gambling in this game is much worse than worse? Better? Than it is in most of these games. Because the way it works is the rewards for gambling are pretty good, but the punishment for failing gambling is actually worse than it is in most of these games. Like in most games, like FF6, if you get a bad slot, all it is you heal for like 50 health and basically waste a turn. In this one, it can frickin' kill you, as I literally just demonstrated. I kind of like that, personally. More reward, more risk. I admittedly don't use slots all that often. I usually just rely on their other abilities, but whatever. Berserk hasted Lady Lux are hysterical, though. Which I can't really show off because I don't really have the equipment to set that up yet, but... What?
Let's do it!
Oh, okay. Okay, we need to figure out what to tell Garrick so that he doesn't genocide the Cardassian. I mean, the Guado. I guess that'd be Klingons in his case. Maybe the Founders? I don't know. Okay, I thought we were there. Maybe we're not there yet. Hang on, hang on. We'll get there. We'll get there. Do we have to go through the caves, too? Oh, my God. Garrick! Garrick! I like that, too, Myron. There's a lot of attempts to flesh out this world to make it feel less like an, you know, an empty path. Now, I don't mean that to insult FF10. It makes perfect sense that a lot of FF10 would be an empty path. But it also makes perfect sense that it wouldn't be anymore, which is why I like it here. What the hell does Yuna have equipped? I gotta remember where Garrick actually is. Garrick! Is this up? Yeah, here we go. This way, maybe? That's the way to the hot springs, though. You had to walk up to it, not run up to it, Dakota. Which I wasn't sure about, but Myron told me about, so I decided, well, let's see if Myron was lying. Hey, it's one of those frickin' Watcher things again. Okay, that's actually really bad. I'm actually just gonna run. Hey, Will King. Yeah, that's why I'm just running. I saw where that fight was going very quickly. Confuse proccing enemies while poisoned. And of course, that stupid thing. I'm not sure I'll actually have to fight that damn thing, the Machina that it's purporting to, but I've already kind of screwed up myself for that fight, so we'll see how this goes. Just turn on no encounters, because I really don't remember where Garrick is. I know he's up here somewhere. Well, I hope the visit went smoothly, Baron. And all the teeth were ripped out with relative ease. First bit of advice, make sure you chew hard food regularly, even on your gums, because that's how you're going to harden the gums up. Don't overdo it, you'll just cut the gums up. You know what? Hang on. Did I mention you could swap characters, or swap classes in combat? Because you can do that. Why is it giving me the animation? I have the animations off. Maybe I've never switched her to warrior before? I don't know. Okay. Get rid of his armor. Get rid of his power. Yeah, that's why I'm weirded out, Walker. It shouldn't be playing the animation there. And now we switch back to Gambler. Oh my god.
If you're gonna bring it, bring it!
Alright, now we're gonna fight a super boss, which I'm gonna have to use a bullcrap technique with Riku in order to defeat. No, I'm kidding. Horrible. Although I am gonna get in a hard save. Re-unlock our teleport points.
I can do this blindfolded.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, by the way, Lady Luck also has higher than usual evasion. It's the other way, it's a nice class. High evasion, high crit chance. Ugh. Low HP, low defense, low magic, low attack. Okay. I was right, he is up here.
Ronso, hold anger no longer! Ronso, youth fearless, go to battle with Guado!
And if I ask you not to go?
Mountain tell Ronso to go.
What if you can't go?
Summoner not hold Ronso anger with puny arms.
But if I do, you will stop this talk of vengeance.
Very well, but Garrick never fall!
Somebody's a few spheres short of a garment grid.
Typical Ronso.
Good point, but I was talking about Uni.
I Summoner Yuna, no true Ronso anger!
I don't care for bananas myself. Hey, learn double experience. About frickin' time. What is my job, Baron? Though I am terrible at it. Yes, blind the white mage. What error shall I do? I mean, I could slow it down a bit, Dakota. And I could turn on wait mode. I just really like doing it at this pace, because I'm a weirdo. I'm also always watching those bars in the lower right to try and get my stack right. Ah, I was hoping to avoid that. Alright, let's go and do this. I'd say how is that possible, Cobra, but I've seen other people stream. Oh, I should do... Where's you? Yeah, I'll do it on her. Kind of slow-moding this because I really want Lady Luck experience more than anything else, and we're basically ahead of the curve right now, so... Although they really like blinding, which is kind of irritating. I'm running out of eye drops here. Oh my god, would you stop with that? Seriously, stop it. Yeah, I'm not fond of the lighting in the scene, which is weird. The lighting's fine in the game in general, and it's just suddenly not good here. I'll wait for this a little bit. Or not. Oh my god, they are really loving that, aren't they? This is being slowed down because of Mighty Guard, by the way. In fact... Alright, in the interests of taking less time... Yeah, there's a Dispel. I don't have it right now, but there is a Dispel. Yeah, blind doesn't affect darkness, buddy. I'm just gonna hold down A at this point. Hey, White Magic level 2. That's actually really good. No, this isn't a super optional. The problem is they keep Mighty Guarding. I guess I'm trying to think if I have access to anything that can Dispel. Let me think about that for a second. I don't think I do, though. Oh, I do, actually. What do you know? Oh, yeah. Riku, 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 Riku! There you go. God, worrying me there, Riku. Oh my god! He's just making this take forever. How much health does Ronso Youth have? Oh, well, he's dead. I was gonna say, this is getting ridiculous. I could probably switch back to Lady Luck now. Although the problem is I'm still blind. He's still Mighty Guarding. And blinding. Oh my god. their chain missing. I wonder if misses count. Okay. Let's go back to this. Have any more of those? I do not. Much as I hate to do something other than level, I should probably go ahead and actually start trying to deal with this guy. Sigh. Wait, what? Oh, God, that freaked me out for a second. It's like, oh my God, my HP is at 0. No, that was my mana. Well, let's get rid of the eye drops on me. Miss? Come on. Oh, whatever. I do need to land this more importantly than the other one. No, the regen he's getting is from Mighty Guard. That he is chain casting on himself. That's the problem. I mean, no, he's lost. He cannot defeat me at this point unless I literally put the controller down. I can reflect him, actually. I don't know if it'll help. Where is that? Where is that? There. Not sure if that actually did anything. Can I poison him? I think so. That looks like a no. Check. I'm trying, Baron. I really don't remember this being as long as this is being. That's an interesting question. I can't even scan him right now to see if he's out of MP or not. I noticed he stopped doing Mighty Guard, and buffs only last so long in this game. Like, he just did Mighty Guard and nothing happened. He's also... Blind also isn't doing anything, I notice. Hey! So I probably shouldn't have done that. So that's what Charon does. If you're wondering. Hey, Wild Magic level 3. Woo. Yeah, I may have actually beaten that guy by then, Crazy Norris, who knows? Wait, I'm going. Yeah, he's out of mana. I really shouldn't have had Yuna suicide herself. Yuna killed herself. She used, what is it, detonator, whatever it is in the other versions? I forget what it's called. But, you know, it's kill yourself to do a bunch of damage. She did like 3,000 damage. I am astonished this guy isn't dead yet, actually. Like, he should have no buffs on right now. Nope, he still has triple buffs. Never mind. Let's go do this, I guess. I am legitimately weirded out that this fight isn't over yet. That would actually make sense, Wanta. Okay, use this. Okay. And Sin is defeated. Holy crap, we won! Jesus Christ. We actually leveled a lot in that match, too, which is funny.
Vengeance, Garrick.
Ronso, keep word. Yuna defeat Garrick in battle. Garrick honor Yuna's wish, not go to battle.
Thank you.
Garrick not need thanks. Garrick underestimate Yuna. Garrick now understand he is weak in battle.
I mean...
Garrick wait. Destroy Guado after he become better warrior.
I think so, Savicum? I may have screwed up the earlier dialogue option, but we'll find out. Yeah, no genocide now. Genocide later! So we just got... What did we just get? Not bad, but I'm not going to use it. Okay, so hang on. We learned a bunch of stuff in that one, so... One moment. Yeah, I actually do want her to learn Poison Proof. White Mage has learned White Magic level 2 and 3 in that fight, by the way. Time required for White Magic cut in half. All from that one fight. Odd. We did get double experience on her, and we've started on Gillionaire, which is exactly what it sounds like. Actually, start on that instead, though. How are we doing on everyone else's Lady Luck? She's pretty close, actually. So we'll go ahead and switch her over to Lady Luck. Okay. I'm actually going to save after having managed that, because that was really long and slow and boring. One more stop, I think. Yeah. We need to set up a sphere. We're not doing the monkey side quest because I don't care. Okay, sphere set up. Let's go finish the mission 3, shall we? Or chapter 3, rather. I love that. You're with them, aren't you? No, I'm the one who defeated Sin. But you're with the other political faction. But I'm the one who defeated Sin. You have a purple armband instead of a green one. What's wrong with you? Or was it a scarf? I don't remember. It was something really dumb, I remember that. I like plain seltzer water. Well, I like flavored seltzer water. War!
My. What
So apparently I screwed up completely, Final Cloud. Go figure.
brings you here?
We heard fiends were coming from the temple.
And you just had to come running.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
I'm not even so sure there are any fiends.
You haven't checked?
I'm in the Youth League. Do you think they'd let me in the temple?
So now what? We giving up?
Let's take a look first.
You'll never get near the temple. The Youth League's blockaded the forest entrance.
Wait, what if we have, like, a pseudo Metal Gear Solid section?
As they should. We can't have those temple vermin crawling into town now, can we?
Listen to her!
Besides, it spares me from having to see that sulky face.
Sulky face?
I was going to say, we have an airship.
Bartello?
Which has a teleporter.
Of course, he's with New Yevon, so naturally he's in the temple. But then it's really none of my business.
Then we'll make it ours. Besides, I'm worried about the fiends.
Yeah, we need to go kill Ifrit.
Badly, I won't stop you. But they're turning people away at the gate. I've got it. I'll distract one of the guards. That's your chance to run through.
Metal Gear Solid time.
I knew she was worried about him.
I mean, she can't be that stupid, right? Right.
I think it's working!
That leaves one. Let's wait for our chance and take it.
Or we could just go. I love how they do this camera thing to make sure that you can't tell unless you hit R. Peace. Oh god, which one was that one, Myron? So I suppose I should mention something. I told you how you can't really multi-class in this game. You kind of can. So there's accessories and there's grids, both of which can give you abilities of one specific class. So I could have samurai abilities and Lady Luck abilities at the same time. You still have to level them, though. So it gives you access to whatever you have learned. So to use a parallel, if I gave White Mage abilities to Yuna right now, all she would have would be Pray, Cure, and that's it. But if I gave it to Riku, I would have access to Pray, Vigor, Cure, Cura, Curaga, and I would have both the white magic things leveled there, so that's as close to multi-classing as this game gets.
You! What are you doing?
Run!
Why?
There's a hidden path through the woods. Walk the treetops.
You could have told me that earlier, but whatever. Oh my god, everything's on fire! You can tell because the music. Why are this many people in the woods? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they've actually set up barricades, which in real life wouldn't stop anyone from anything, in order to prevent people from progressing through here.
Here comes the hurt.
No, Baron. I should probably switch to Lady Luck while I'm here. You asshole. Don't make me switch off of Lady Luck. I was referring to the bare bones construction of the thing. It's like it's not even a wooden palisade. And I'm ignoring the fact that we have magic and can jump like 20 feet in the air. Let's just ignore that for a moment. And we have an airship, as we've already pointed out several times. Oops. Come on, game. No? Okay. Well, I don't remember where to go. I thought I was supposed to go over here. But obviously, I am incredibly wrong. So instead, we have to kill this chocobo. No, Dragoon is not in this game. Of the many classes represented, that is not one of them. Gambler is here, but not Dragoon. I mean, I'm pretty sure we could just shove the gate over, too. How do I get up there? Game. Am I going to have to look this up? Or am I just incredibly stupid? Look at that. I'm also pretty sure one good chop of a sword would take it down, although you probably shouldn't chop wood with a sword, but whatever.
Ready? You betcha!
By the way, I've been praising the hell out of the gameplay or the combat of this game. There is one flaw with it. Thanks to the nature of how it's designed, there is exactly one type of action that will always be faster than everything else you do. White damage. Simply by the nature of it, white damage doesn't really involve a delay. There's no real charge time or animation time. So you can generally get in 3 or even 4 attacks if you know what you're doing right, when someone else is trying to do one action. Not always casual, because attacking it requires specific setup to be worthwhile, which is good. White damage shouldn't be innately superior. And it's not. It's only superior if you happen to know what you're doing. That being said, though, if you do know what you're doing, white damage is going to wreck face. A good example of that is the Dark Knight. A Dark Knight is almost always going to be better off spamming darkness than actually physically attacking. To use one example of that. You can't weave attacks from an individual, but you can from a group. And that's part of the stack gathering. Okay, so I've seen the 2 gates. What more do you want from me, game? Oh, here we go.
Donna said there was a hidden path.
No, not for like another 2 hours, Baron. What the hell, dude?
Walk the treetops.
Did you see that jump they just did? But no, we can't go over that palisade. It's too difficult. Right? You seeing this? So yeah, people have evacuated. They keep referring to a town here. They never show it. But they always reference that there's some kind of town around here where the people actually live. Yeah, other than Kilika, obviously, because Kilika's Youth League. I'm talking about the other town, the town up by the temple. Oh my god, the guns are actually doing something! Holy crap! I'm a little surprised by that. The goers are definitely goners. About time. Let's stock up on Phoenix Downs. No reason. Okay, Comsphere installed. Where's Bartello? Don't worry, I'll negotiate a juicy fee. I don't suppose you could do anything about the fee? No. Let's get in a safety save. And we're going to try to be greedy and see what happens. Actually, I should... Oh, I still have chance. Okay, hang on. I'll go and put that on her. Or I could... That's true, I could just switch to that grid. That's not a terrible idea. I don't think I have the Fire Eater grid, but I do have the All Eater grid. Should be this one. So let's put Dark Knight. Yes, it really does, Casual. As I said earlier, there's quite a few ways of bypassing the health cost aspect of the Dark Knight. Go in the middle. Mage on the left. I do like how it doesn't even let you equip unequipped garments, which I know sounds like a weird thing, but it makes it easier to just quickly and easily be like, oh, I want to be on this thing. I'll double check something really quick here. Green. Okay. Green. I actually want her to start over... No. Let's actually start here. And ditto. Hardest FF game? Oh, I have no idea. FF8. Alright, so now we have to do the cloister. Bartello, no! This is actually a late game fiend right here, so he's basically a mini boss at this point. As you can see, we're not having any of that. This cutscene is stupid. I like Bartello, and this cutscene is stupid.
Bartello?
I'll be okay.
The fiends?
We're holding them off, somehow. They're coming from inside. One after another. Oh!
Okay, maybe that's not the cutscene.
The fiends reach the town, they'll reach Donna!
No, this is definitely it.
They won't.
Thanks.
Donna wants to see you. Well, she didn't come right out and say it, but you can kind of tell.
I want to see her too.
But she believes in a different political party than me. You can't be with someone and be a part of a different party, can you? Okay, I'm kind of making fun, but you could, in the interest of total sincerity, you could kind of see why people in this world might not understand that you can believe something differently than someone else and still be with them or be their friend. Because they're so partisan, and they're so used to line mentality dividing between Yevon and everything else, right?
Even if we believe different things, I'll always feel the same about her. The time of the summoners may have passed, but I will always be Donna's guardian. I live only to protect her.
And you can say that with a straight face?
Donna!
And that's why that cutscene's stupid. By the way, Berserker also has a ton of HP. I don't know if you caught that. Like, double what everyone else does. Hi, Shigor. Yeah, Berserker is extremely limited in what it can do, but really good at it. It's another good street sweeper class, like the Warrior. To quote My Little Pony, you remember that scene where they're like, wait a minute, you just had an argument, but you're still friends? I always liked that scene. It's a good episode in general. Two-parter, actually. We're not going to be there for a while, though. He still gets his Doom cast off, but it's okay because it was partially, like, timed Doom, not instant Doom, so we're okay. By the way, you're probably thinking, Lore, wouldn't you be upset that these mini-bosses are basically endgame mobs? No. They actually give really good experience for this point of the game, and money. This is kind of a bit of a catch-up mechanic. You notice this is one of the mandatory ones, too. Yeah, I'm not watching ahead, if you know what I mean, Savicom, so I am up to where we are in the show right now. And yeah, Berserker is really good at single target, as you can see. When you chain it, I don't know if you could tell, but when you chain it, you can do about 500 a hit, like there, 508, 552. You'll notice Berserker's ATB bar is much shorter than several of the other classes, too. The real problem with Berserker, and I think I already said this, is they are a one-trick pony. And if you're fighting someone that bypasses that trick, you're screwed. Which is why I'm not using Berserk. So there's the Samurai Dress Sphere, which I'll show off later, because I need to beat Ifrit first. Oh, spoiler alert. Who is Ifrit? Cashel, I think? Who did we name Ifrit after? It was Cashel. I was right,
Again.
Hey, Cashel. You look good.
Yeah.
Like, he does. He looks cool. I like Ifrit in this game.
Uni.
I know. I'm ready.
So we're going to play this a little bit cautiously. Actually, I'm going to play this a lot cautiously. And then we're going to try to level Lady Luck a little bit. You know, I have animations off, so I don't know what's going on here. Maybe Huanta. I don't know. Yeah, we should be fine here. Firaga! Nope! That's fire damage. That's not fire damage. I think his ultimate's fire damage. I hope his ultimate's fire damage. Because otherwise this is actually going to suck a bit. I'll have to switch back to Berserker. It has, like, I think it starts off with W's or something like that. I forget where you get the mechanist job in this one, though. I forget where you get a lot of the jobs, honestly. So let's see if we absorb this. You'd think we would. Cashel, do not hit me with that giant rock, Cashel. Yep, it healed us. We good. Yeah, no. This is an whole day situation now. Like, he does decent damage. Oh, hey, she just got double X. Woo! And Riku just got regen, too, which is nice. Now I need to swap and have Yuna be the white mage and Riku be the gambler lady. It's another one of these giant holes to the far plane. I guess we don't know that yet. Spoiler alert.
Another hole.
That'll be 15,000 gil. And Donna. By the way, whoever said that earlier, if someone was like, lore, that would be pretty terrible. I don't think anybody would want that. No, Mr. Red.
I don't get it.
Fortunately, I know everything.
So why were fiends coming out of the temples?
The fiends didn't come from the temples. They came from the chambers of the faith.
Right, exactly. But why?
Can I just say that's a really dumb question? You literally saw the giant holes to the far plane. And you know that the far plane is made of bajillions of fireflies, and fiends are made of fireflies. And Jesus Christ, this is so easy and obvious! Whack!
I'm just a kid.
The holes in the chambers of the faith. Were they there before?
No. So the holes must be new, right?
There was one in Bavel too. A great hole.
But that one was made by Vecnagon, wasn't it?
That's true, but they're connected somehow.
the halls are connected?
Yes, but it's more than just that. Somehow I think there are deeper connections.
Oh, that is deep, Yuna.
What is he doing?
From Jose Temple.
Jose, is it Gipple?
Looks like they got into some trouble trying to clear out the fiends.
Right! Here's the order. Guard wings, forget it. Let Gipple save himself.
What?
You.
Neg.
Well, Yuna?
Well, we'll just have to charge him a little extra then. Go Wings, let's go! Can't we give him a discount?
That's how he's such a good blitzball player, Slavity Slav. He's always stretching.
Nana, Gipple.
Fatuhuguf, Dariku Jehekrat.
Drid Hellas boo!
Is Gipple gone too?
Uh-huh.
The leaders of all three groups missing?
I have a hunch something funny's going on.
Save the hunches for later.
Fadni at fekosdek da fiends on minuf. Der fiends foi.
Translation? Not good.
That is not...
Then that's our cue.
No. We know each high summoner, and none of them were all bed, Mr. Red. Now, if there were any all bed summoners, possible. Probably more in the older days, though. Okay, so hang on, I need to swap Rico around a little bit here. Let's go do that, yeah. Sorry, I'm debating. Actually, I should check that. Yellow. Okay, that's not too bad. And while we're here. Actually... where's White Mage? There it is. Okay. We're set up. Quick safety save. Yeah, the bizarrely large amount of the plot is optional. Like, all of Payne's backstory. Yes, Payne has backstory. I know, shocking. Yeah, there's actually a lot to do in this game. Which I enjoy, you know, most of it. There's a lot of density to FF10 too. That's another thing it's got in its favor. I like Payne's backstory too, but I'm a weirdo, so what the heck do I know? Why are they wraiths? One side quest in 10-2 that I hate? Yes, Sphere Break. That's easy. I hate Spear Break. Did someone learn something just now? Yep, she's got double X. Woo! So she's got double X now, and she's close to it. And she's still working on it. Oh, she got luck, though. Felicity is a great ability. It's a party luck buff. Oh, I forget. Whatever. Get rid of the J-pop, Mr. Red. There you go.
Merge with El Bed Machina.
Bam.
Isn't that what they said?
How can this be?
So this is Ixion. This is kind of a weird thing. Supposedly, this is an Aeon that is merged with Machina. However, it's the exact same model as Dark Ixion from the first game, so we just kind of have to mentally assume that it's merged with that. So hang on, let's become invincible really quick. There we go. And back. Now let's be completely overconfident and hope things work out. The J-pop is in fact a story negative, yes. I call it the cotton candy coating, because I'm not a fan of cotton candy. It's overly sweet, it hurts my throat, hurts my teeth. Oh, who do we name Ixion? Oh, gosh. I don't remember. Who did we name Ixion? Does anyone remember? Kaivurul Vailem is Imperial for "you should take a drink now," said as a command. Although I need to actually add something to make that a written command rather than a spoken command, but it's still what it's saying. Oh wow, that was real damage. I wasn't actually expecting that. Hang on, hang on. Now we gotta recover. Come on. Cast the... Thank you. Ah, Jim Maria Greywall. Gotcha. That's actually really irritating. My heal was so fast it went off before I had a chance to res. we're still healing from one of his 4 attacks, so that's something. And that's gonna hit Riku and kill her. Oh my gosh, didn't kill her. I guess that proves that that is actually a half attack, which is something I've suspected before. We might be here a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Don't do it, Mr. Red. Do it. God, that is such bullcrap that is physical damage or whatever it is. That is such bullcrap. Hey, Pipeliner. What's up? I always want to say Piperliner. I don't know why. Okay, I'll stop trying to level and I'll stop screwing around. Hang on. You have to give me a minute. Start recovering. So you do this. Do this. Shame. I was real hoping to get double experience out of that fight, but whatever. Oh yeah, this cutscene. Actually, forgot about this. This is kind of stupid, the way this works out, but whatever. Because, I don't know about you guys, but you'd think at some point it would occur to them to go ahead and, you know, try to scout out the pit.
Oh, another hole. I wonder what's down there.
I mean, we can send Machina scouts down there. We have Machina scouts.
No way!
I hope you like it, Cobra.
The hole we found was so deep. It was as though all the secrets in the world might be hidden in its depths. But something told me to stay away. These secrets are not for me to know.
Which is why...
Get back! Huh? What?
Oh, she's dead. Ah, she's dead. Yeah, this is literally an excuse to get Yuna down there by herself. That's why I was just like, okay, sure, whatever, game. Thankfully, physics don't apply when you get to the far plane. Otherwise, she would be a Yuna pancake.
It's so bright.
Can you hear me?
Yes?
Ah, you can hear me.
I can't see you. Where are you?
So, plot twist time, if you could call it that. I do love the look of the far plane. I've talked about that before. We see more of it in 10-2 than we did in 10, because we actually physically go here. This is actually not Shuyin. This is Shuyin 2. However, that is not Tita's. That is correct. Hey, Dalton James. God, her face looks so weird in the CGI. Like it's like she's a different person than the rest of the game. That was true in 10 as well. And as much as I hate to disagree with Salvacom, the far plane is a physical place. It's literally just the middle of the planet. That's why you can literally go down a hole and fall in here. I like the song, too. This is the third song of the 3 songs I like in this game.
I finally found you.
Is that really you?
It is me. Shuyin. I've waited so long. Len.
But I'm not Len.
Len. We disappeared together, but when I awoke, I was alone. I looked for you for so long. While I wandered, I realized something. Spira hasn't really changed at all. Everyone's still fighting over nothing. Still dying like they used to.
See you around, Seraphim.
1,000 years have passed, and they can't leave the hatred behind. I'm through waiting. I'll fix it. This world continues to fail us, and what's worse, I failed to protect you. Vegnagun will make that all go away. And we'll fade again. Together. Help me do it. Len.
Don't touch me.
Thankfully he doesn't kiss her there, even though he probably should, if we're being honest.
Whose feelings are these? Len's? Mine?
I do like his outfit more than Titus's. For whatever that's worth. You're probably thinking, why would I not want him to kiss her? Well, first of all, obviously, Shuyin 2 has nothing to do with Yuna. So there's the problem number 1. But problem number 2...
Open your eyes!
is that is Shuyin 2 possessing Barreleye. So she'd actually be kissing Barreleye. Against his will, by the way. So that's like a two-directional sexual harassment. Because neither person wants it. Shuyin... I'll talk about the difference between Shuyin 1 and Shuyin 2 in a minute.
The end is not far now.
So there's the final dungeon. We won't be there for a bit. We have Chapter 4 to go through first.
Give this to Pain. It was all I was able to find.
We're not going to tell you how to get out of the far plane, but, you know, we'll figure it out.
Huh?
Our wills.
He's kidding. Just make sure Pain gets him, all right?
How do you know her?
The 4 of us go way back.
Don't go!
It's under control.
Take care of things topside.
Now, when you say X, you mean confirm, right, Final Cloud?
I didn't know what had happened. Everywhere I looked, I found only questions. But more than anything, I'm just angry. One thing after another, and I'm already confused to begin with. Hey! Where am I?
You're in the far plane. Welcome to hell. Kinda. I mean, I want you to picture what it'd be like being in an area that's completely comprised of energy globules, which happen to contain the memories of everything they reflected upon. Like, just picture that for a second.
I'm all alone.
So that's actually an optional thing. Where are you? What I just did there. So's that.
Wait!
Yeah, that's player input to whistle. If it wasn't optional and nothing indicated you could do it, that would actually be pretty cool. Because the idea is, to put it simply, the memories of Tidus show her the physical path out of the far plane. Because why wouldn't they? Which leads me very neatly to Shuyin 2. Shuyin 2 is a compilation of Fireflies, which have Shuyin's memories.
Yuna, reporting in.
Yuna!
Shuyin died 1,000 years ago, but he died in agony. And I mean, slow, terrible starvation while in a prison cell. He died badly. However, he was he was left to die someplace that had a huge concentration of Fireflies. So, Fireflies naturally take in the memories of those around them, just as part of their nature. Ergo, what happened was after he died, a huge amount of Fireflies gathered together all of his memories and feelings and hatred of his final moments of death, and basically effectively formed a fiend. However, because of the intense concentration of it, and the fact that it was still locked away, sealed away, actually, Shuyin 2 was allowed to basically develop a degree of intelligence and self-control that most fiends do not have, effectively being kind of an unsent. So that's what Shuyin 2 is. He is a separate entity from the original Shuyin. Shuyin's dead. He's been dead for a long time. And Tidus is based on Shuyin, to finish that line up.
Fridi, na mecha. Trickur, farret mich dui.
I will kill you.
He's been blubbering about how he couldn't go on living if something were to happen to you.
We hadn't heard anything in so long. We tried tossing a comm sphere into the hole, but it didn't help one bit.
Hey, it's still in beta.
So, what happened?
Well...
Let me explain. First I went to the far plane. It's pretty cool.
Lynn, huh?
Yeah, the girl from the songstress dress sphere.
That's Len?
Sure, she wore that dress 1,000 years ago.
Why didn't you tell us?
No one asked. Besides, all I knew was her name. What's to tell?
What Shinra said surprised me, but only a little. So there really was a connection.
Okay. So the reason Shuyin keeps calling Yuna Len is...
Because of that dress sphere?
I can't really say for sure.
Forget Len. Shuyin's the one who is wanting to vaporize Spira.
Yeah, but what can we do? Nuge and Gipple are already planning something. Let them deal with it for now.
So welcome to Chapter 4. This is a very divisive chapter. I'm actually not sure what I think of this chapter. The way Chapter 4 works is we will effectively never leave the airship in Chapter 4. Some people actually really like this chapter. I've talked to people. Because the way this works is every place we set up a comm sphere earlier in Chapter 3, we can go interact with. And there's actually some pretty good lore tidbits. Now, that being said, I've actually been contemplating what kind of rating I'm...
Yeah? You met Shuyin, right? Was he anything like you-know-who?
I'd say his name, but we never say his name in these games because stupidity.
Not really. Just his face.
Anyways, so I've been thinking about this for a while because Chapter 4 is a weird chapter. And what I'm probably going to do is give this a positive and a negative, and I'm kind of debating that even still. Alright, I gotta talk to him to do it.
Miss you. Sleep.
Whether Shuyin, the original, was evil or not is kind of a matter of opinion. It is worth noting Shuyin was totally cool with activating Vegnagun to, end the war. Whether that qualifies as evil or not is up to you. Shuyin 2, however, is basically malice personified, so he qualifies. That's the negative I'm debating, Final Cloud, right there. So I guess I should tell you guys this. Each comsphere you can interact with a set number of times. Some of them an extreme number of times. I'm talking like 16 times for some of them. We're not doing all that, by the way. Not for this stream. I did that for the lore run. You want to see all those conversations? I showed every single one during the lore run. It was like an hour and a half of just watching cutscenes. It's a long chunk of time. But again, the problem is, there's nothing really that indicates when you're done with a particular comsphere. And that's the problem. That's not good design. He died locked in the cage, Cashel. He survived getting shot. Len did not. Which makes sense. He was a warrior and she was a white mage, so, you know. Something out here right now. There is. I was right.
They gave me these.
They say anything?
No.
That's not true.
I see. They're old friends. The three of them were candidates for the Crimson Squad, and I was the recorder assigned to their team. Yevon created the squad and started training members 2 years ago. It was supposed to be an elite fighting force. The best were to be assigned leadership of Crusader chapters across Spira.
Just to jump in here really quick, just to continue adding to how evil and messed up Maester Keenock is, he wasn't satisfied with the level of power and control he had over the Yevonite faith. He wanted to have his own personal elite squad who reported only to him, which he would then put in charge of all of the military branches across the continent.
But?
The squad was destroyed before that happened. Most of the candidates died. An accident. The four of us were separated then. Things happened. I don't get it. I was there. I saw everything. But still, I don't know why it happened that way, even now. So I went to look for some answers.
You became a sphere hunter.
I always did want to fly on this thing anyway.
Who wouldn't? Look at this thing.
Another one of those secrets. That's all right. I didn't want to know anyway.
Too bad. And I was just about to tell you.
Really?
Too late now.
Ugh, we Pimo.
We used to laugh like this once. The four of us. I've been chasing my past for so long. Sometimes getting it back is all I can think about. Other times, I just want to forget. What about you? Shuyin isn't who you thought, is he?
No.
Maybe we should both let go of our past and focus more on what's to come.
I was just about to say, have you ever been someplace where there's like a strong wind blowing through you? It gets cold really quickly. Like, even if you're, tolerant of cold, like I am. Like, I mean, I hate to comment on the outfits, but think about how freezing they've got to be right now.
You're not leaving the Gull Wings?
Always a possibility.
So many things seem intertwined, but nothing leads to you. Why be a sphere hunter if what I'm hunting for can never be found?
As a quick reminder, the only reason she is doing any of this is because she's trying to find Tidus. Sorry, Voldemort. Actually, I know you're joking, Juanta, but I like that idea. Enchanted clothing that prevents environmental problems, Like, that's a cool idea. So, Chapter 4. For real.
You're not leaving us, are you?
I may not look it, but I am having a good time.
Right! Right?
What about Yuna? Think she'll quit?
Auf Lenkahud!
Yet fru you gatwi, Yenret.
What?
Yuna!
I hate to interrupt, but Spear is falling apart with its leaders missing. Check the comm spheres and see.
Okay, I'll admit that... No, not this! Not this! But the thing we just saw with Brother is one of the only times he makes me laugh in this entire game. He's in the background like... Then he awkwardly stops. Puts his hand back down. So, this is Chapter 4 proper. Comm spheres. No, seriously, this is Chapter 4 in its entirety. We can check the comm spheres. Now, as I said... Damn it, Vigilant. I'm not seeing it till Saturday. And I'm not talking about it till Sunday. Well, thank you very much for the donation, Vigilant. We will see. I'm not walking in with any real preconceptions one way or the other. Really, I'm not. I think this might be the most neutral I've ever walked into a movie before. It's definitely the most neutral I've ever walked into a Star Wars before. My God. So... what I'm thinking, and I've been processing this for a while, I've been thinking I want to give this a positive and a negative. Basically, this is probably going to be a positive to story and a negative to gameplay. There's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good cutscenes. Here's the catch. A lot of these... So, let me just demonstrate. I'm going to go to Besaid. So this is the gameplay. You can move the camera around. Now, for some of these, it's immediately apparent something's going to happen. Like, there's Waka right there.
Yuna, how you been, huh?
Well, not too bad. How are things in Besaid, Waka?
It's okay. It's been pretty quiet, yeah? No more fiends in the temple.
Really?
That's what Becklem says, and he patrols the place every day.
He's a dedicated man.
Yeah, but he's gonna be leaving the island pretty soon. Youth League's having some trouble or something, so they called him back to headquarters. On top of that, word around here is the new Yevon Praetor's gone missing. Not sure what it all means, but things don't look good, yeah?
Yeah, it's a bit crazy all over.
Listen, I don't know about the rest of Spira, but Besaid's in good shape. I got this place covered. It's that, or Lou will let me have it. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, Waka.
Okay, problem number 1. Nothing tells you you're done, except for the music changes, and even that's not always indicative. Problem number 2. How do you know you're done with a particular area? Like I said, there's a lot of these. Now, there's a list. Basically, there's X number of events that you'll see. And once you've seen that many events, you're done with looking at a specific area. I don't even remember if there's actually a second Besaid one. I really don't. But this is kind of indicative of the problem, because if you're not sure, if you don't have a walkthrough, you're just sitting here like, is there anything else going on here? Now you're probably thinking, well, Laura, clearly there's nothing else going on. Well, no. Several times when you load these up, a second or third or fifth or eighth time, nothing happens for a good 30-ish seconds. And, yeah, it takes a while for something to actually happen. Even though something is actually going to happen eventually. Now, like I said, I'm not going to show all these off. This is, like I said, at least an hour and a half of content of just all of these things. And this is, yeah, this is where 100% go to die, right there. Now, I'm actually going to look up something real quick, so please forgive me. Because I don't remember off the top of my head. So apparently there is actually another cutscene in Besaid. So for example, I just missed out on the second cutscene for Besaid because I didn't wait long enough. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cutscenes in the Mihin High Road. And 16 cutscenes on Mount Gagazet. Ah, this isn't helping.
Want to check the
Yeah, this is not good design, which is strange, because a lot of this game is verbal. I think I'm going to stand by it. I think I'm going to give a plus to story for these little cutscenes and interactions in this breather chapter, and a negative to gameplay for how terribly it's presented. Some of these are confusing as hell, too. At least when I was first playing it. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'll go ahead and tell you. Donna is carrying the sphere around town, so we can get a shot of the town. So, much as I hate to give a negative to gameplay, there it is.
Well, that's Killica Port for you. From the moment Nuge disappeared, everyone's been running around in circles. Just look at them. No one knows what to do without someone barking orders at them. They've already started looking for a new leader. In fact, they even asked me. Figured a former summoner would make a perfect leader for the town.
Why don't you?
Too busy looking after myself, dear. Of course, I'll do what I can to keep things from getting too far out of hand. But until Nuge gets back, things are not going to be the same.
Why not, Valvedrix? I'd make a cam girl joke here, but yeah. I mean, doesn't Donna look like the kind of person who'd be a cam girl? So all of these count for the 101% for getting the golden ending, too, by the way. And when I say all of these, I mean all of them. There's a reason why I mentioned the 16 in Gagazet.
Someone threw the comm sphere into the sea.
Thanks, Youth League. Sometimes you have full rotational ability, sometimes you don't. Yep, like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever they do for that. I guess that's YouTube, not live stuff. Make sure to donate. Every $300 donate means she'll do one pose of your request. I don't know. How does that work? Actually, don't answer me. I don't want to care. No, I wouldn't make any money as a cam guy. Too ugly. My skin's too pale. And I'm too ugly. That's just gross, Cobra.
What are you doing?
Well, for one, I'm running reconnaissance on New Yevon. The Praetor's gone. Fiends are on the loose. New Yevon is upside down. I overheard some priests talking a little while ago. They said, in times like these, we have no choice but to seek the High Summoner's aid.
But what do they think I can do?
Well, if the Gull Wings were on our side, I'm sure we'd be saying the same thing. This is just between you and me, but the Youth League fell to pieces the moment Nuge disappeared. Both groups are getting what they deserve for relying too much on their leaders.
You there, what are you doing?
Took them long enough. So long.
As I believe I already mentioned, both organizations aren't really organizations in the strictest sense of the word. No political platforms to speak of. No ideology to fall back on.
Looks like Nuge and Barreleye still haven't come back. And now Gipple's vanished too. Spirit's 3 leading big shots have all gone AWOL.
So I hope you paid attention, because what I just did is basically the mandatory Comsphere stuff. Like I said, Chapter 4 can be blazed through in like 5 minutes.
If I was one of their followers, I'd be pretty worried and scared.
I know they have Final Cloud, that's why I'm just upset by that.
Tension between the two groups is getting volatile. It won't be long before things get very ugly.
I mean, it's obvious the New Yevonites, the new Youth League, is the reason that everything... You get the idea. People are blaming each other because who else do they have to blame? They have no idea what's going on, and they're scared and they're angry. And ironically, if it wasn't for Vegnagun, this would all be wonderfully tragic. Because they don't have anything to be afraid of, other than the fact that Vegnagun's about to kill them all.
And Vegnagun's on the loose. You can bet Shuyin's controlling that thing.
I wonder if Gipple and the others are trying to destroy it.
Maybe.
Oh, nothing makes sense anymore. I mean, just what the heck are we supposed to do?
Alright. Real question. You're in charge of writing this game. You've written the game up to this point. What do you have happen next? No joking answers, no memes. I'm curious what you would actually have happen next. Like story-wise. Rough strokes. War. I wouldn't call this war. More like, you know, kids squabbling. But yeah, I get where you're going with that. I actually had an idea like that myself, Wanta. Wouldn't it be fascinating if Vegnagun wasn't a continent-ending threat, but was instead just an old, broken machina that everyone's been afraid of for a millennia, because, you know, I mean, they don't know, right? And then they get the thing working, and it's like, nope. That would be kind of cool, Myron. Have a Princess Peach section downside and have them fighting Vegnagun. And then have upside, you know, we're dealing and pushing up brush fires, which is what Chapter 5 is going to be about. Hi, Colgrim. It's all hard to keep bored. Have Shuyin fire Vegnagun and vaporize a town. Which town? Besaid! No. Anyways, what we're actually going to do is we're going to throw a concert.
Nuge spoke to me on the far plane. He told me to take care of things topside.
Now, I want to make fun of this because this is kind of stupid, really. But at the same time, it kind of isn't. You ever heard of the concept of the cooldown hug? The whole point of the cooldown hug is it's just kind of an unexpected, gesture of kindness which helps you to take a moment and pause. And one of the things I've found extensively with my interactions with human beings is that humans work better when they have that moment to just kind of pause. It's so easy to get angry and let it run away with you, but if you take a moment and take a breath, usually that anger either deflates or no longer has power over you, right? That pause is critically important, and it helps to prevent people from doing very, very stupid things that they will regret for many years. This concert, as silly and stupid as it sounds, is actually incredibly logical, especially within universe. This is an attempt to get everyone to just sit and take a breath, and everyone just kind of pause. Now, it ends up working out because what happens is people end up seeing the memories of Len, which triggers Machen, which allows us to learn about what's happening. However, even ignoring the fact that this coincidences its way into us figuring out what to do for the main plot, this is actually a good idea. Excuse me. And I know that sounds so bizarre to say that, but it's true. They're going to use Yuna, the one person who everyone will listen to, and they're going to have her put on this big thing to get everyone together and just chill. It also breaks the Thunder Plains, possibly forever. We don't actually know. Ooh, I like that idea, Myron, especially since they do have lines in the finale, as if you'll recall.
As if it were the simplest thing to do, really. And everything was going so well.
No, it wasn't.
At least, that's what I thought. I changed my mind. I want to do something. Nuge asked me to help, and that's what I'll do.
Whack! Yuna.
Now that's the Yuna I know.
Alrighty, let's smash that action figure. We'll risk our lives and protect Spira from Vegnagun.
No, I think there has to be something we can do besides fighting.
Even though that is exactly what we're going to end up doing, but let's not get into that right now.
Like what?
With its leaders gone, Spira's falling apart. Maybe we can bring people back together.
And again, I hate to give credit to the story of this game, but once again, you'll notice Yuna is right here. They could go beat Vegnagun, and that is what we're going to do. But first, she wants to take care of things back home. To use an RTS parallel, you want to have your base built before you go attack the enemy, right?
Yeah, great idea there, Uni. So, like, what are we gonna do? Huh?
Sing campfire songs?
Oh, that is it! All of Spira will be the captive of Yuna's singing and dancing.
Good time to mention that as of this game, they were officially using motion capture for their animation. I just want you to be aware of that, because that means someone was physically doing what Brother is doing.
Great idea!
I can handle the techie stuff.
Hang on! I know. I bet Togway would help.
Where's he now?
The Moonflow.
Gull wings?
Move out!
I began this journey hoping to find you. But I know now that may never happen.
Not unless I get 100%.
Still, I will keep walking these roads. I have to find where they connect. I have to see for myself.
I don't know, Vigilant.
Would you like to check the comm spheres? The sphere waves keep pouring in.
Nope, that's all optional. Good stuff. I already gave it a plus to story. But we're not doing it. Like I said, hour and a half. Nope.
Huh?
Yikes, sorry. Must have dropped you off at the wrong place. As long as you're there, why not take a little stroll?
Thanks, buddy. I don't think Shuyin 2 would have been pacified by the concert, because, as we actually see, it takes a lot for Shuyin 2 to be pacified.
You haven't seen Tobley anywhere around here, have you?
Yes, Mr. Red.
Somewhere nearby.
Huh? Aha! There you are!
This is such a Yakka Warner section here. This is totally what Yakka would do. Anyways, yeah, you do have to do the comms spheres to get 100%. I think Shuyin 2 is simply too concentrated in his hatred and his rage and pain to be pulled down by this. Oh, I forgot to change my... Whatever, I'll fix that in a minute. In fact, when they do try the peaceful method to reach out to Shuyin 2, it doesn't work at first. They have to remove his cohesion in order to actually have it work. Well, I hesitate to use the word like killing when it comes to a thing like him, but that is effectively what we do. We destroy his ability, we defeat him, which destroys his ability to self-cohese. So his will is weakened, then we pacify him.
Ah, that obnoxious midget! Found him!
I'm gonna leave encounters on for now because I'm just getting a little bit of experience as we go here. Actually, while we're here, I'm gonna go and switch her to Lady Luck as well. Oh, that's bad. Come on. Might be able to manage this? Find out. I was gonna say, Shuyin, the really horrible part, if you think about it, is we go through all this effort to pacify Shuyin 2. Shuyin never got that. He just died in agony. There's no happy ending for Shuyin. Shuyin 2 gets to disseminate, so yay. Come on. Notice I keep interrupting his attack, by the way. I didn't stagger it quite right there. There we go. Now we got it staggered. Hey, we all have double X now. Woo! Which is good, because we really need those levels. Some of the bosses in the far plane are actually pretty rough. And I, as usual, don't want to do any grinding, so we'll see how this works out. I should probably heal after combat. If you mind. Oh my god, really? Hey, Baron. This is an interesting circumstance to be in here. That would change things. No? These turns aren't happening. This might be a soft lock. I don't actually know what to do about this. Like, this might be a legitimate soft lock. Holy crap. I think I'll eventually die of poison. It hasn't run out of mana yet. No, sleep isn't permanent, it's just constantly recasting it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna hope for the autosave. Wow, this is actually crazy. I have never seen this happen before. Huh. It ran out of mana, finally, by the way. Although it looks like sleep might last long enough so that we don't get out of this alive. We are going to be poisoned to death. This... Wow! And we're dead. Jesus Christ! What the crap was that? I have never seen that happen before.
Huh?
Yikes, sorry.
You know, that's definitely a that's never happened before. Wow! Every time I stream, I swear to God. Okay, so, hang on. Is that worth a negative? No, that's an extremely specific set of circumstances. That's like giving a negative to FF6 for the fact that you can softlock it, which you can, by the way. I'll just have to actually pay attention next time, which I can do. I sort of assumed it would go away as soon as it was the last enemy remaining, which is what I was presuming.
We have word.
Huh?
God. I could do that, too. But I want to get double X first. Because I had just gotten double experience, if you were remembering. I mean, technically that thing did kill me. It just took it, like, I don't know, 20 minutes of its time, because we were at quad speed for most of that.
Where did...
Jeez. So next time I'll go after the Watcher. It's an irritating boss fight anyways. If you don't set it up right anyways. If you don't know what you're doing. Hey, look, there it is. So yeah, let's wake her up. There we go. And it's dead. Just like that. Problem solved. That's how bizarre of a situation that was. Like, that thing doesn't have a lot of HP, and has, like, 3 ways to bypass it, and I just happened to get rid of all of them by sheer luck. I mean, the mere fact that you're here, Baron, means I imagine you're doing alright. Which is good, hopefully. Good what? Me sitting there staring. Oh god, it's another one. I get it. You're a mini-boss. That's look at that. 2 hits, and it's gone. 2 hits! It does not have any HP.
Piece of cake.
It's just... Oh, I should do that really quick. Sorry, hang on just a second. Yep, she's learning luck. She's learning luck. And she should be learning Felicity, which she is.
Where'd that little ball of pudge learn to run like that? I'm beat. We can't keep up! Come back here, you big-faced fraud!
I like how their run animations change over time as you go through this. So anyways, yeah, Tobley's in debt. That's why he's physically running from debt collectors, because that works in this setting. Can you imagine if that worked in real life? Oh no, they're trying to collect on my college student loans. And you just run away. Such a weird thought. Well, no, I paid off my debt. Unlike Tobley, I know how to pay debts off. I like to think that Rin set the debt collectors on Tobley, though. Because, I mean, why wouldn't he, right? Well, the first thing you do is you need to turn into a Blitzball, Mr. Red. Still interrupting him. He's noticed this. He hasn't managed to attack me yet. Oh, there he goes. He finally did it. He can only delay them for so long, but there is the strategy to delaying them. You notice I'm deliberately offsetting myself to specifically have that happen. There we go. Lost the tempo for a bit there. Make sure she's learning Felicity, which she should be. Yep. So the first thing you do is you win the lottery. Then you don't waste all your money on stupid stuff. Then you win. I saw a quote recently which made me laugh. Which was, "The difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich actually know how to manage money. If you give $1 million to a rich man, they'll turn it into 10 million. If you give $1 million to a poor man, they'll waste it all." That person was immediately called out by, you know, anyone with a brain.
Totally passed this way, sir.
Nope. Can't say I've seen him. He must still be on the south bank.
Go take another good look. Oh, yes, sir.
I technically have no legal debts left, but I do have things that I consider to be debts that I will probably never get to pay in real life. But if I did win the lottery, one of the first things I'd do is I would give certain chunks of money to certain people to pay them back for help they've given me in the past. So notice his run animation's getting a lot more desperate looking here as he's getting worn out. Oh, keep chasing it after Totally. Gotta run back this way. Stupid. Totally. Well, you see, Myron, it's because they're extremely stupid. What's funny is the Albed debt collectors are also after Awaka. I find it amusing to think that the Albed would be one of the only groups who are actually lending out money in this new, post-Sin society.
An easy match.
Ha! Great!
Yeah, pretty much, Codex. That's pretty much how it is. Yes, and yes, respectively, to Xar. I mean, doesn't it look like I'm done with 10? Guys, I think we need to have Tigzar's eyes examined. Unless you think that's Tidus, and, I mean... I've heard of a lot of insults put at Tidus over the years, but I don't think that's one of them. What are we at, anyways? A little lower level than I'd like to be, but that's okay. We can make it work. It's a brother reskin.
I could get used to this.
Awaka's more incompetent than he is deliberately a con man. Has Chief Tobley gone ballistic? I am still in shock. We must kill Tobley. It is the only way.
He says Tobley crossed the moon flow.
Follow on, Shoepuff, yes?
Yeah, we won't get kidnapped by Albed this time. Right?
Ride the Shoepuff.
That sounded like a command, not a question. I can't you just picture someone like, ride the Shoepuff? Why are there monkeys all over the frickin' place? We need to kill them before they become a tribble level menace. Monkeys.
Ah, he has to be here somewhere.
You don't suppose he climbed into one of them trees, do you?
Let me just punch a tree and then kick it. Now what's really weird is that actually works somehow.
You're gonna kill!
Like, why does that work? Considering there is no institutionalized education other than your parents teach you, Mr. Red, That probably says all it really needs to. I'm surprised people can write and talk in this setting.
Piece of cake!
Yeah, there are several Valvedrix. That's part of the negative I've already given.
Game over.
Really?
That wasn't much fun.
Yeah, I've mentioned before I don't like the appearance of the Lady Luck dress spheres. I think the thing I like the least about it is they don't look like clothes, they look like paint. It literally looks like they have been painted on. You know? That may just be a limitation of the engine, I don't know. Who to hang out with? Brother, Cypher, or 13-1 Hope? Probably Hope in that case.
Nice work.
I mean, painted on clothes is a real concept. Although I don't think I've seen any that elaborate before. Well, I admit that kind of came to mind, Valvedrix, because my first thought was Cypher, because he's not terrible. But then I realized that Cypher could probably literally kill me. I don't feel like being killed at the moment. In all sincerity, though, Hope is not as annoying as Cypher or 10-2 Brother for me. I doubt Hope will be more than 1 negative when we get to 13. Brother is already 2.
Hi, what can I do for you? What brings you here?
Well...
Spectacularly spectacular! 'Twill be a yummy Unipalooza indeed! 'Twill go down in history!
Yeah, they're calling it Unipalooza, by the way.
I most definitely want to arrange it. Can I?
Yep.
A minor detail. Where should it be?
Well, the more people we can gather together, the better.
So obviously, Luca, right?
Aha! Then how about the Thunder Plains? Yes! You could practically pack a plethora of people in that place.
Now, how do we get people to come?
Does nobody question grouping tons of... Yeah, the Calm Land is another good example. Does nobody question gathering tons and tons of people into the Thunder Plains?
Simple, leave it to me. My power PR team will push it pronto. Oh, boys!
Advertising is our specialty. We'll get you your spectators.
Are you sure about this?
Brother's orders. Bring every last Hypello back with you.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for that. They actually mention in-game, Valvedrix, that she spent a week camping in the Thunder Plains to try and deal with it.
You ready to go?
Grab everyone you see. We do not want anyone in Spirit to miss this. Leave it to us.
Will they be all right?
Be back in a jiffy, sister.
So, we're moving, right? So, I mean, we're moving forward as they're jumping off the front of the airship. Clunk! Or, depending on which part of the ship they hit.
You've got guts.
Alright, next stop.
But yeah, no, Brother is, without exaggeration, without memeing, without hyperbole, Brother is the worst character in Final Fantasy for me. He is absolutely a get-off-my-screen character. Only in this game.
The project. I'm engineering a giant sphere screen for the stage. That way, even people way in the back will be able to see you.
Your invention?
Not to mention, we're still picking up lots of waves through the comm spheres.
Nice work.
All the Hypello has been deployed.
Attuned, baby, to the concert grounds!
I think we'll cut off here, because we actually have a dungeon and a boss and a couple of cutscenes to get to before we actually do the concert. And I'd rather start the next session with the concert rather than end this one. So we're going to chop off for right now.